My road to success. It wasn't how I planned it, but that's life. For the next 8 weeks, anyway. You're in Singapore, opening a new hotel as a corporate trainer for Marriott. You travel the world, hiring and training the best staff for every new hotel location. You've been to Paris, Rome, London, and that's just in the last 2 years. You work with Michelin star chefs, developing menus, and training staff to provide consistent service throughout the world. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's take a look back on how you got here. It was June 1979, and you've just graduated from Colonial High School. Just barely squeaked by getting that diploma, eh? High school was fun, and you meant to go to college. You'd have been the first in your family, but you were having a great time. You met a great guy, and by the time summer was over, you had other plans. You got married and moved to New York. College could wait for a while. It became a very long wait. You moved around a bit, chasing Ron's climb up the corporate ladder. You jumped from job to job, and in 1990 you landed at Blockbuster. It was a really good experience, and you did really well. Very quickly. It was there that you developed your strengths. You were promoted 3 times in 5 years, the last being a district manager in Orlando. You used your relator skills and your ability to bring out people's strengths to create teams that were efficient and effective. You led those teams in new store openings and in helping other stores that were having problems. Then along came Allie and everything changed. Suddenly a career just wasn't that important. You loved being a mom and were completely devoted to her. Because we had started our family business a few years earlier, we were able to devote a lot of time to Allie, and we were happy. Ron could leave work and we'd spend days at the beach, take long vacations, and because I could work from home, we had a lot of family time. Ron had started the company when he grew tired of constantly relocating. He got his contractor's license, and Catron Construction was born. We've had our ups and downs, but 25 years later, Catron was going strong. We had built 5 Kyoto restaurants, and he'd had a really good relationship with them and all of his clients. I split my time between doing the books for Catron and being home with Allison. I was room mother in all of her classes, and we would take day trips to the pool or to parks and just had a great time. Every now and then when a family member would have a birthday or an occasion would come up, I'd play around a little bit and come up with some concepts for cakes. As time went on, I got a little bit better at it and realized I may have a knack for it. Community events, bake sales, and birthday parties were all opportunities for me to play. Friends started asking to provide desserts for their parties, and I never turned one down. It was such fun, trying new techniques and watching YouTube videos to see what was coming up. Since I was often home, it landed on me to become the caretaker for my parents. They got older and needed help with daily trips to the doctor and just running errands. My skills in creating harmony were seriously put to the test when we decided that they needed to move into our home. I had come to a point where I'd given up on all of my dreams to keep everyone else happy and taken care of. My life had become a routine of being available for everyone else. It was predictable and comfortable, but not very satisfying. Then it all changed. It happened so suddenly, and he was too young. It turned my world upside down and made me face a new reality. The path I thought I was on had suddenly shifted. I had to quickly adapt to everything that needed to be done. I took a long, hard look at who I was and what I'd become, and she just wasn't enough anymore. I wanted more for myself. Your old life was over and you had no idea what you were going to do. That's when you remembered a conversation you had with Nicole Berardi. She had brought a beautiful tart to a birthday lunch, and you knew you had to know all about how she became a baker. While she was self-taught over the course of 20 years, you knew you didn't have that kind of time.
Chemistry, I know. But chemistry does come in handy when it comes to baking. I didn't have any idea about how much
it's
it did.
true. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But so yeah, there was like a big career change.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So, any advice for me going into this?
I would say, I mean, if this is your passion, run with it. You'll love it, and you won't work a day in your life.
Absolutely.
It's just chemistry. I know.
But chemistry does come in handy when it
Yeah,
comes to baking. I
it does.
didn't have any idea
Yeah,
about how much
it's
it did.
true. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But so yeah, there was like a big career change.
That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So, any advice for me going into this?
I would say, I mean, if this is your passion, run with it. You'll love it, and you won't work a day in your life.
Absolutely.
It's just
That's when you started to realize you could fulfill two of your dreams at once: go back to college and become a pastry chef. Valencia gave you the tools and the confidence to complete your AS in Baking and Pastry Arts Management. The Advising Center was invaluable in providing insight in how to complete your courses and maintain a 40-hour-a-week job. And the Career Center was so helpful in finding the internships and the job opportunities that you needed. While completing your degree at Valencia, you received an internship at Marriott Corporation. You graduated in spring of 2023 with an AS in Baking and Pastry Management. The cost was $14,254 with personal funds and financial aid. You may not have been the youngest, but you were certainly one of the most determined graduates that year. During your internship at Marriott, you were able to build relationships and secured a position as an assistant to the pastry chef. You learned to make the most beautiful pastries, and with your past work experience, quickly advanced to your current position, pastry chef and corporate trainer for Marriott Corporation. Now you travel the world, opening new hotels and training up-and-coming chefs to Marriott standards. My purpose for my life now is to follow my path and see where it takes me. After spending most of my life taking care of others, it's time to focus on me.